I can't quite believe that this is just sitting here. Look at those ruffles!
Hello everyone, it's Tiffany with Thrifting Vegas. I shop at thrift stores, estate sales, garage sales, and discount stores for items I can resell for profit on online platforms like eBay, Poshmark, and OfferUp.
Will we find something you like? Come with me and let's go thrifting! Mondays are dollar days here at Goodwill of Southern Nevada, where every item that has the color tag of the week is reduced to just $1. Let's go inside and see what they have. Let's go thrifting! There's a shopping cart all ready for us just inside the door, and this sign ahead will tell us what the color tag of the week is. It's blue. All items with a blue price sticker are just $1. Let's head on back to the hard goods section. I'll race you. It's quite early this morning. Goodwill hasn't been open for very long. And as you can see, we've almost got the entire hard goods section all to ourselves. So we can be a little bit methodical today. Let's start on the outside aisle here. Figurines and collectibles, and see what there is. This glass piece has some etching on it, so we're having a look. It's a promotional piece, probably once held a little clock face in the top. A beaded candle holder back here. Some of those can be quite nice. Let's have a look at this red vase. Oh, very lightweight, and the top is really sharp. That tells me it's not ever such good quality. There's a company called Beadworks, and they make beaded animals, I think candle holders as well, but they're really nice quality. I have some of their pieces. I'll bring them out to show you after this in my haul. Ooh, look at this. I think it's a Hallmark tile. A granny and a new baby. That's really nice. Ooh, it is $6, which is a little bit much for resale, but I think there still might be room for profit. So let's finish up this shelf. And while I'm doing that, I'll have a little think to see whether I want to take that or not. We'll probably pop it in the cart because starting out, you just never know what you're going to find. It's a basket, perhaps for wine or fruit. Lots of dolls, as usual. Here's an older apple pie plate. I'm seeing a lot of crazing to the glaze, which means it wouldn't be good to cook with, but nice for display. I do like the design on that. Ooh, it's $5. Again, a little bit steep for resale, so we'll leave that for somebody else. I've decided to get the Hallmark tile, so let's make it our first find. My Thrifting Vegas blanket is already in the cart and ready to keep everything safe. Grannies are notoriously hard to buy for, so I'm hoping that with Mother's Day coming up, it's going to be the perfect gift for somebody. A Geisha Girl music box. I think she's supposed to have a key with her. I really like these little signs. They're ever so sweet, but they only sell for about $8 to $10, so we'll leave it. This plate looks Czechoslovakian. It's a religious scene. It's blue tag sale, only $1, but I just don't see that moving very quickly for me, and it's going to take up storage, so I'll leave it. There's a little throw pillow back here, mass-produced, very specific about a sister. That's only $1 as well, but still, I'm going to leave it. Pretty blue vase, again, a mass-produced piece. There's some more on the shelf below, so I'm going to put them together. Little bowl, it's wood with a glass lid. The quality's not quite there, although that too is just $1. Lots of blue tags today. Let's pop this blue one here in front of these other glass pieces. Oh, these are super duper heavy. This is a lovely concept. Hello, it's almost like a welcome sign, a wind chime. Again, the quality is just not there. We're making our way into the candles and candle holders, lifting things up to make sure we don't miss anything good at the back. A beaded bowl, fruit canister. They're really liking that $7.99 price point today. Here's an amber vase. This is vintage. Oh, it's $10. It does have a floor running right across it. Do you see that? And I think it's actually flash painted, not amber through and through. This piece is a wine bottle holder. Little chopstick holders back there. I'm not sure what the red piece is. And underneath, a cube pattern platter, probably Indiana Glass's Whitehall. Ooh. This is super heavy, modern decorative vase. Let's see, sandwich platter. This is Claire Burke. It's designed as a candle holder, but I really like to use these under my plant pots. This one's $2.99. I think I have one just like this available in my Poshmark store. Gold pine cone. I quite like this piece, but for $2 it's not going to leave me much room for profit. Let's keep going. This chair would be ideal for an American Girl doll. Let's see, really quite popular, that line. Does look a bit moldy perhaps, and it is $7. Let's leave that on the shelf for somebody else. There's a box over here. I'm always excited to find boxes. I'm so curious to know what's inside. And this one is marked at $15. It's a frame, quite modern, made to look vintage, bronzy finish with a vintage photograph. That's not for us, but I'm sure someone will love it. A lucky Irish rock with a shamrock on it, $3. We've got a Holly Hobby plate. Little tea light house, love lives here. $3 on that piece. Ooh, there's more lucky rocks over here. I think some people use these for geocaching with your phone and a location, and they find them and either swap them, trade them, or just mark the location. So we'll put those all together. Back here, someone's been really busy. Look at this lovely mosaic. It looks like a path through a garden. I love the different relief on that. Oh, it's blue tag, only $1 from $5. Can you see the little yellow squares are raised up there, different heights? That would look lovely on an outside wall. Add a splash of color. Really fun. Someone put a lot of work into that. I love it. There's a pine cone tile down here. Let's see, is it a trivet or a tile? It's lighter weight than I thought, made of terracotta. Originally came from Tuesday Morning, the store. That's one of their tags. It's $2. It's definitely made to look old. I wish the weathering was original, but I'm going to pop it in the cart and think about it. It would look quite nice on a wall, I think. Let's keep going, see what else we can find. These are pendant light shades. Ooh, they've got like knockdown stucco sprayed on the inside. Little light up pumpkin. All sorts of bits here. Oh, that's fancy. Crystal jewelry box made in India, but it's $10. What else can we find? This looks like Jasperware, Wedgwood. Oh, it says reproduction on the bottom and it's $8. I'm not sure why there's green paint applied on there. Nativity figures. Made in Brazil. That looks like a little sugar pot missing its lid. Quite nice. You could use that as a planter or a toothpick holder. More candle holders, ashtrays here. There's a bell. I thought that was glass, but it's actually plastic acrylic little bookend, Jonathan Adler style. Here's a little chair. Not sure what this is for, possibly for doll's house or diorama. $4 on that. More plates. Ooh, little sign down here. This is nice. Welcome friends. It looks like pottery. I love that style. It is $6, but I think there still might be room for profit on it. Needs a bit of a clean up, but that's quite classy. Really, really nice. Let's pop that into our cart. There are a few Ray Dunn pieces definitely worth looking out for, and this is one of them. It's the Bloom Birdhouse. It has its original tag. This is a piece from 2019, I believe. It's in lovely condition. It's got a little bird on the back, flowers on the front. I think this is at least a $50 to $75 piece. A couple more things over here. Look at this elephant. He is fantastic. I don't know if you can see, but he's got raised little textures on him that are silver colored, really shiny. And this is a hand painted plate. The artist is Miguel. $6. That's an absolute steal because it's blue tag and it's only going to be $1 for us. Let's get all three of those pieces into our cart. I'm so excited. The timing was just perfect today. With this kind of luck, we have to finish up the shelf to see what else there might be. An anniversary plate, some frames and a lampshade. Quite a nice reticulated pedestal dish. And all sorts of serving platters and bowls here. I do like the flower shaped ones like this. I actually have an Anchor Hocking honey gold amber set. It's a salad bowl and individual serving dishes. I mix the amber individuals with clear, and they're really, really lovely on the table. Here's a decanter, only $1. They just don't sell very well for me, so I'm going to leave it. Here's an Asian plate. Let's see, does have a little bit of damage on the center there. I think we'll leave that. It appears to be quite a modern piece. They are restocking the shelves here at the moment with green color tags. Here's a shell candle holder. I actually have a brown planter quite similar to that. Look at the squirrel planter. You could probably use him for candies or nuts as well. He's $4. Definitely vintage. I'm not sure of the brand. Possibly Hull. He would only resell for about $8 to $12, I think, though. She looks like she's come off of a stand. Here's the base of a Christmas tree canister. It's missing its lid. More candle holders. Lots of glass up here. Let's see. We've got a crystal cross, which is quite nice. But it is $8. A bit too much for me for resale. Here's a peg shade. I like the ruffle on that. Here we are in the seasonal section, and look at these Kimple deer. They're vintage from the 1970s. I think that says $2 on there. Just lovely. The standing one, and this one's laying down. It's 69 cents, so less than $3 for the two of them. I think that one might have a little repair on the antler there, but for $3, those are definitely coming with us. If I had to design a tin, this is probably exactly what I would come up with. Bunnies and flowers. Oh, there's something inside. Did you hear that? Whoop, stuck. Stand by. There we go. Oh, it's got bunny pins inside, 4 of them. They are lovely. All 4 of those and the tin, only $4. So useful, great for buttons or papers or stickers. Three fun things on this shelf to take a look at. Here is an advertising piece. It's an ashtray from Wet and Wild, which was a water park here in Las Vegas. It closed down in the early 2000s. This is a brass angel. She's decoration. Quite a bit of damage to her though, and she's $6. I think we'll leave her. And this is a stripe and bow polka dot mug. I do need a couple more of those for a customer, but this one is a bit damaged. Across the aisle is the wood section. I love the grain on this pumpkin. It does have quite a bit of paint loss and scratches though. It's $7. Got cutting boards. I like the seahorse. He's metal on a plaque. Letters and canvases. Let's have a look at this box, which is blue tag for $1. I'm thinking it's a jewelry box. Quality's just not there, so we're going to leave it. Serving trays and wall decor. Back here's a ladybug in some clouds. Quite an interesting piece. Baskets. Lots of signs. Let's see, what, some candlesticks. Ooh, look at the elephants. This is a coaster set in a holder. The coasters are in desperate need of mineral oil. They're very dried out. And you know me, I can't resist a piece of wood in need. They are $8, but I think we're going to have to rescue those. After my haul, after the shopping trip, I think we'll do a segment and I'll show you how a little bit of mineral oil can go a long way in bringing those back to beautiful. If you're enjoying the video, it would mean the world to me if you could give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe to my channel with the little red button at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. It doesn't cost you anything at all, but your support helps my channel reach a wider audience. Look at the zebra. That is such a great photo. All kinds of things on these shelves, from knife blocks to canvases to plaques and signs and storage. Here we are in the kitcheny bits, and trust me, the first thing I'm looking at is a candlestick. It's iridescent and quite modern, not ever such good quality, so we'll leave it. We've got jars and canisters. Oh, look at this. I love the ceramic tag on there. This is part of another piece, like a cheese display or holder. It's only $1 though, blue tag sale, and I'd pay $1 just for that tag. It's a cactus with a little road runner with a leather strap. It was $6, now it's $1. Let's definitely get that in the cart. That could make a very nice little decorative piece. You could even put a terrarium inside. Come to think of it, I might even have a cork that would work. Here's another canister. The ridges there tell me that that isn't the right lid on it though. It needs a screw lid, so we'll leave it. We'll keep going. Lots of tumblers and water bottles here. That one's quite pretty. I like the lavender colour. These corn holders are Falstaff. They're beige and blue, $3 a piece. Little chicken cup. Looks like it's missing a lid. You see the ridge inside there. As I say, all sorts of travel tumblers and mugs. Lots of jars and canisters. Here's a spoon rest. Quite lightweight. It's not signed. Oil and vinegars. Here are some canisters. $4 a piece. They are quite inexpensive. Quality's not there. Little soap dish there. Boxes. We're in the plates, dishes and bowls, and I quite like this divided dish despite it being very modern. It is $5 down to $1. I just don't know whether that would sell well for me, and I have a feeling it's only about a $12 to $15 piece, so we'll leave it. Polka dot and bow plates to match the mug we found earlier. They're $4, but they are all very, very crazed in the glaze. What's this? Very interesting textured plate, maybe for serving appetizers. As you can see, all kinds of serveware in this aisle. I seem to be very attracted to iridescent pieces today, but sadly that is plastic. I can't quite believe that this is just sitting here. Look at those ruffles! I'm not really sure of the brand. I don't think it's Fenton, but the style of the ruffle tells me it's quite old. Only $6. Carefully, let's get it into the cart. We'll keep going. Where there is one, there may be more similar. Let's scan the shelves and have a look. All sorts of colors. Oh, look at this piece. Artisan glass. Oh, ever so heavy. It's blue on the inside with black on the out. Unfortunately, the bottom isn't polished, but it is signed. Let's just check it over here for damage. The clear goes all the way through, as you can see. Quite a nice piece. No rough spots on the top. Oh, what is that? It's a little chip there. Oh, that is not good. It's $5 with the chip. I think we'll have to leave it. I saw this little blue lamp from way down the aisle and had to come have a look at it. It's just a little night light though, not going to be a top seller. Over here is a banker's lamp. These are always really popular. They did lots of reproductions. This one is quite dented at the base and not ever such good quality. Speaking of top sellers though, do stay tuned. Right after this shopping trip, I am going to share with you my top 5 best-selling items from last week's video. Those are items that were in the most demand for me or sold for the most money. Over here, I have spotted an absolutely gorgeous mirror. Look at this frame. I think it's quite old. It has a beveled edge, but it doesn't seem to have a price. Perhaps I will see if I can ask someone. And here we go with a rundown of the top 5 best-selling items from my last haul. Kicking it off at number 5, the signed artisan pottery bowl with the fruit motif. I paid $4 for it and I sold it for $26. Coming in at number 4, the moose hinged trinket box. I paid $12 for it and I sold it for $21. In the number 3 slot, the set of patriotic softballs. I paid $15 for the 3 and I sold them for $60. At number 2, the set of 8 handcrafted tulip flowers and bulbs. I paid $24 for them and I sold them for $64. And at number 1, the best-selling item from my last haul was the vintage pair of Glen Heath owl prints. I paid $20 for them and I sold them for $80. Here on my table is everything we found at Goodwill. Look at this lovely Easter Bunny tin. It's a really good size and it would be perfect for storing buttons or stickers or any little odds and ends. I am asking $18. Now inside the tin, hi Ziggy, we found 4 little bunny brooches or pins. They're so cute. I'm asking $24 for the set. That's just $6 a piece. Back here, and I don't know that I caught it on video, is this little cross. Now I found these before, hand painted butterflies and flowers. I am asking $18, and it also has a little ribbon for hanging. This is an ashtray. It's from the Wet and Wild Amusement Park. It was a water park here in Vegas for many years. It's now closed down. It has its original price sticker on the back, and I am asking $12. These little deer are Kimple mold pieces, and they were painted by somebody most likely back in the 70s. Now one of them, I think it's the other one, has a little repair. It's so good that you can barely tell. Yes, just here on the antler, but it doesn't take away from the charm of these. I love their little polka dots and the darker blue in the seams. It makes them look plush. I am asking $24 on the pair. Now, as we talked about in the video, this is part of a bigger piece. There's usually another the glass piece and wooden tray on the base of here, used for a cheese board or just a display. This top glass doesn't come off. There's usually a cork in here, but the reason I got it, other than it was blue tag on sale for $1, is the lovely ceramic medallion with a cactus and a little road runner here. Now, me being me, I actually save my corks. So I have in here a cork that I think actually might fit. I think it's a champagne cork. Oh, it's a Prosecco cork. So let's see if we get lucky. Oh, it might be a bit big here. Let's see. Oh, no, it does. Look at that. So that fits in there. It completes the look. I'm asking $18 on the little covered piece with the ceramic medallion. Let's get this out of the way. I love it when things come together. These are coasters. The holder has little brass elephants on the side. Now, there's a couple of these that are really in need of oil. I haven't done anything to them yet, and I'm not sure why the lower ones are so protected. Let's see if they have a... They don't. I was expecting a light spot where they were exposed. 3 of them are relatively fine, but 3 are really in need of some mineral oil to bring them back to life, and we will do that in a segment right after the haul here. I'm asking $24 on the coaster set with the elephant holder. Back here is a Chinese bamboo vase. It's ceramic, covered in teeny tiny strands of woven bamboo. Now, some of these online can get rather expensive, especially when they have an intricate pattern like this one does. It does have remnants of an original sticker. I am asking just $34 on the Chinese vase. Ray Dunn, this is one of the pieces you do want to be on the lookout for. It's Bloom from 2017. Lovely watercolor flowers on the front, and on the back is the sweetest little red birdie you've ever seen. Now this one does have its original sticker, really nice condition, and its original bow. Again, some of them are offered up over $100 online. I am asking right in the middle at $65 on the birdhouse. Now this is usable. If you notice, it does have a plug in the bottom for easy cleaning. Look at the ruffles on this vase. They are so fantastic. It is a really lovely, lovely piece in nice condition, no damage. I'm not sure of the maker, but I am asking $45. On this shallow bowl is an original oil piece of art. It's a sunset scene of the ocean. We've got cliffs and birds and a dolphin jumping there. The colors are fantastic. And if you read the back to learn about the artist, it's Miguel, is it Lopez Tuta? He does all his work just with his fingers and his fingernails. The sticker looks quite vintage. He's out of San Diego in California. We got this for $1. Can you believe it? And I am asking $36. I thought this piece would look really lovely hanging outside a front door, especially if your colors are blues and greens. It's a welcome friend sign. It has a string for hanging, really nice little terracotta buttons on the front that add just such a classiness to the piece. It is ceramic and the design is textured into it. Really lovely. I am asking $22. Someone put ever such a lot of work into this mosaic piece. It's got lovely relief and texture, all different media. We've got glass buttons, little sculptural pieces, apples here, and ceramic squares that are raised up. It makes me think of a path up and through a garden. Just adds a beautiful splash of color, would look lovely on a wall. You'd have to add a hook for hanging, or one of the gold plate hangers would work very, very nicely as well. I am asking $28 on the mosaic. With Mother's Day coming up, I just had to get this tile. It's a Hallmark piece showing a granny or nana with a new baby. It says, "All the love a heart can hold." Hallmark, not sure of the year, but I am asking $18 on the lovely tile. And if you need the little stand, I will absolutely include that for you as well. This has to be one of my favorite finds. Look at the finish on this elephant. It's so unique. It almost looks like little blobs of molten metal. I've no idea how they did that, but it's quite a modernistic look. Ziggy approves. Lovely curled trunk. He's got eyes and ears and detail to his blanket. There's his tail. I am asking $28 on the ceramic elephant. Now, we found quite a few beaded candle holders during our shopping trip, and I promised that I would show you some of these pieces that I have. They're very vintage. I believe they were handmade in either Kenya or Africa. I have a set of alligators. They're a little bit different, as if they're a couple. Their eyes, as you can see, with this one has got little black beads on top, and this one swirled under over the top of the beads. We've got a lion and a lioness. Back here, 2 giraffes. The bobbing of the camera is Ziggy. He's very, very interested in what we're doing over here. Anywho, I am asking $48 a pair on the hand beaded animals. That's just $24 a piece. If you see something you would like to purchase, please send me an email. It's thriftingvegas.tiffany@gmail.com. Please include your name, your address, the item you're interested in, and your offer. As I always say, I do get many offers on many of the items. So if you fall in love with something, please feel free to offer a few dollars over my asking price to give yourself the best chance at winning the item. I usually allow about 24 hours after the video releases for offers to come in to give everyone a fair chance at winning the items. Do stay tuned. Right now, we together are going to put some mineral oil on these lovely coasters and bring them back to life. If you enjoyed this video, please stay through to the end and then watch another one. On my end screen, there are links to more videos and a playlist where you can watch several videos without clicking any buttons. Just a reminder that as you're watching my videos, items available for purchase will appear in thumbnail below the video. If you click on the thumbnail, it will take you straight to my online store, thriftingvegas.com, where you can browse and purchase items that we have thrifted together. If you watch my channel, you know that one of my favorite things to do is find wood that is in need of rescuing, conditioning, moisturizing, to bring it back to beautiful. And we have found an exciting piece in these coasters with the elephant holder. Now, I like to use Howard's Butcher Block Conditioner. It's food safe mineral oil, and I like to use this for anything that's going to come into contact with food. You know, some people like to put their little appetizers on the coaster or something they are going to touch and eat. So let's give this a go. I'll spread out these pieces. Now, I'm not sure why these are a different color, whether they're different wood or they've just been protected from the light and air under the set. But let's see. We're going to just drizzle some of the oil. Oh my goodness. It's immediate. Look at the difference. The wood is just soaking up that mineral oil, and the color of the coasters is changing. Let's put some on the back of this one. These poor coasters are so thirsty. I don't think they've ever been oiled. Let's do them all. Put them out of their misery and give them a drink. Let's see what happens on these ones. I think, you know, they might just be a little bit of a different color, but let me rub the oil into all of these coasters and I'll come back to you and show you how they look. It's hard to believe that these are the same coasters, but I didn't change the order. Just applied the oil front and back, and now I'm so excited because they all match. I like to leave them overnight, about 24 hours, to let the oil soak in fully, and then I'll perhaps give them another coat just to be sure. I did put some oil on the holder as well, and it brought out the lovely grain of the wood, as you can see. I love those little elephants on the side. There's 4 of them, 2 on each side, and it's really nice to have this deep hole here to be able to grab your coasters easily. I am so thrilled with those. This oil is just a miracle worker, and as time goes on, it will soak into every little nook and cranny.